Hey guys, I wanted to do a little video series giving you a tour of our art room, otherwise known as a homeschooling room, that you guys have requested. And I just wanted to start with sharing with you our nature table in this particular video. So it kind of starts over here with our nature things, our books and field guides. These are two floating shelves that we got from IKEA years ago. And they just keep the most exciting nature, science, and such kind of books here. My kids tend to get books that they're into in the sciences and nature category for their birthdays and Christmas. So we just kind of circulate the books that they're into here. They use these when they're working on projects or looking things up. We've got field guides here currently. This Smithsonian Natural History book is excellent. It's a visual guide to everything plants and animals. My kids love that. And then it's just really simply decorated with this botany poster and then this little boxwood trimming from our front yard. And then over here with our built-in shelf, this is actually the reason that we turned this room into our art room, because of this built-in shelf. And I'll get to our art supplies and creative things in another video. But for this video with the nature table, I just use these two base shelves for our nature table. It's really basic and simple. And my kids know that they're supposed to do their projects and things on the table behind me. And we try to keep these clear and clean so that my kids can display all their nature things and do some of their nature research here. So as you can see on this back shelf, we've got our microscope. And then these are probably my favorite things on our nature table. These are these really great illustrated identification cards that I got from the company Imagine Childhood. I'll leave a link for you below. And it came with a set of these birds, mushrooms, butterflies, and insects. And then I just laminated them, and that's actually been one of the best things I could do for this nature table, because we grab these cards all the time when we go hiking, or when my kids go to the creek and when they want to look something up. These have been through a lot of wear and tear. I like having those out on display, and they're functional. So those are my favorite things on this nature table. I also like to decorate without a lot of frilly things, and so I just kept this really simple. I used some of these antique jars I was given, and then I've just put clippings each season of plants and vegetation that's on our property. So these are 3 different species of trees from our front yard, just to add something green here. And then I always keep these Chinese shears. There's a set of 3 on Amazon. I got these on Amazon. I keep these there for my kids because they're always clipping things from trees and clipping wildflowers. So that kind of invites them to bring some of that nature onto this table. And then the obvious reason that we have the nature table is for them to bring nature to the table. So currently they're pine cones, bark and little seeds, seashells from the beach. And this is just a really simple cut log that we've had that we just add more nature finds. A lot of it right now is pottery that we have found on our property, actually, which I'm assuming might date back to the early 1800s, late 1700s, from when our house was built. So that's special to our family. Sometimes we have bugs and butterflies and things here, but right now my kids like to keep those in a separate little case. So that is the one shelf for the nature table. And then it's just pretty simple. I've got a couple little art supplies, like our paintbrushes. I'll get to that on another video, but I just have paper for projects they're doing. And then the last thing that's really simple is just this. It's actually a cookbook stand I got on Amazon, and I kind of ended up donating it to the art room. But I always keep a book open based on something that they're into currently. Right now it's birds. It tends to be birds. And so my kids will use that. They'll flip through it when they're looking for things. And lots of times they'll take the book and the book holder to the table if they're wanting to paint something or sketch something. So that is our nature table. And the next video will be about our art supplies and what we use and why. But in a nutshell, I like to keep it simple. I like to keep it beautiful with the nature items on the shelf and keep it simple so that my kids will just be inspired by it and always add to the table.